As 511 says, always be ready. And today in this review, we're going to check out a tactical chest rig from a company called Matbock. This company is well known in the armed forces services and law enforcement. This is a multicam version of the Berserker V3. And what's special about this particular chest rig versus a traditional one? Well, this is sort of a maritime style rig and it doesn't hold water. So when it starts raining out there during your field operations or your training, you're not going to get weighed down with twice the weight you're already carrying. Because once your chest rig gets super saturated and wet with moisture, it becomes a lot more stress on your body when you're having to go long distances. So this is great that they have this fabric. We're going to talk about this fabric in this review and why it may benefit you in your training or operations. Let's go ahead and take a little closer look at Matbock's Berserker V3 and what makes it so special. Now, I originally saw the Matbock Berserker V3 swim plate rig over on 3 of 7 channel. If you've ever seen any type of Navy SEAL videos on YouTube, you probably know Chad. He is pretty big out in Rome, Georgia, and he is an ex-Navy SEAL. So when I saw this rig in comparison to some of the other ones, the traditional ones that can take on water and can get wet and weigh you down when you're out on the field, or if you're just wanting to do some training in a hotter environment where you want something that's going to be lighter and kind of easier to carry, this one really stood out to me. So this one on the website does come in at around $625. They have small, medium, large, and extra large, and they have 2 versions, multicam, and they have a black version as well. Now, depending on what size you get, small, medium, large, or extra large, that's going to depend on the plate size you put inside this carrier, but it is accessible from the bottom. There's a Velcro release under here, and that will let you slide your plate up inside here. And if you're wondering what type of plate you should get, well, there are a bunch of different makes of plates out there. There is steel, ceramic, there's also polyethylene. I do recommend that you get something like a polyethylene plate. It's level 3 plus. That will stop a 7.62 type of round from a rifle. So that's probably some of the most modern, best style plates that you can get right now out there. If you do get something cheap like steel, it's likely that the bullet can deflect and shrapnel will blind you. Even though it will save your life, it may blind you in the process. That does happen to people in the field with steel plates, and that's the reason why people don't use steel plates anymore. On the back, it also has a plate carrier for protecting you from the backside, and it also has a Velcro slot here to be able to get your plate up in the back. And again, like, you're going to have to measure out how big your space is depending on which type of plate you get to put inside there. Now, it also has MOLLE on the front for different accessories, and this accessory right here is actually a phone holder, and it fits my iPhone perfectly in here. If you're doing ATAC or comms or anything like that, you're trying to figure out where your guys are out in the field or your drones in an operation, you can put your phone right here, and then when it comes down, you can see clearly where your drone or other guys are during the operation, which is pretty cool. And this just comes on and off with these quick releases right here, and I can take this whole rig on and off. It also has a Velcro pouch spot on the front, and you can get things behind here as well to put extra things here and just add your whatever type of patch you want on the front right there. And that's nice to have that right up front and center on this chest rig. Now, some people like to carry the additional weight of side armor. You can also put side plate armor in here. There's a Velcro on the side here, and it will slide right down inside this pouch right here and give you some protection for your kidneys and side shots. And we also have MOLLE webbing on the outside of the side plate carrier as well. Now, across the front of this rig is where we have more MOLLE, and we also have our 3 spots for 5.56 mags. They also have these little bungees on the very top with a pull strap, and that can let you access your mag really quickly, or it can allow it to hold it in place while you're moving or running or jumping to the ground if you need to, but your mag should stay safely inside these pouches. And just behind the 3 mag pouches right here, we have an admin pouch, which is kind of tucked away inside here. This zipper reveals this large pouch right here, just behind our mag pouches. The two straps across the top of this rig also have that ghost material in there. And again, it's kind of hydrophobic type of material. It doesn't hold water, which is, again, nice to not have that on top of your shoulders. And it's adjustable by the strap underneath the two Velcro pads. You also have comm antenna inserts right here on the side as well, on both sides if you're carrying two radios with longer antennas. And speaking of antennas, just behind the plate carrier, side plate carriers, we have hidden away our comm radio pouches right here. You can see there's a little bit of breathing on the bottom right here. They have two straps coming off the bottom, some holes in the back to lighten up this entire rig. And they kind of thought about lightening this thing up by adding these types of holes and more breathing to dry things off once they get wet. It does have this insert right here, which is kind of almost like a carbon fiber type of material that's stitched inside the fabric. And once you drop your radio inside here, again, they have these bungees on the top to hold your radio in place, and it's not going to fall out when you're in action. Now, one thing I need to note, if you buy a plate that's a little bit too big for this pouch, the cool thing is that it does have a four-way stretch, which makes it more versatile for your plate compatibility. It will stretch out just a little bit if you order something just a little bit larger than this plate's pouch size. Now, while the Berserker V3 from Matbock is in the upper echelon of the prices for chest rigs out there, I mean, most people are spending $200 to $300 for a standard size quality chest rig, because at the end of the day, you're likely, if you're a civilian, never to need it. It's going to sit in your kind of always ready kit if you're a prepper or somebody like that who likes to keep some type of what they call bug out bags or whatever. If that's your purpose for this, you want to buy something that's not going to weigh you down while you're on the run if shit hits the fan. The Berserker V3 swim plate carrier is like something that just will allow you to not be fatigued by extra water weight. So it does have plenty of venting on here. It's recommended by a Navy SEAL friend of ours as well. So I think it's going to do you right in his fan type of scenario, or if you're in work operations or in the police department, first responders, things like that. Now, if you are a civilian, I don't recommend like putting this on and running down the street if shit hits the fan, because, well, you're going to be probably a pretty nice Gucci drop for somebody on your street, especially if there's armed forces from another country running up and down the street looking for people. So you don't want to be that one lone wolf guy walking down the road with his AR looking like a Rambo. Don't try to be a hero. Use this rig for what it's made for, and it's made for service individuals or people that are in law enforcement types of situations. So it's great for that, you know. And if you're, you know, the Gucci guy prepper, it's probably something that you might want to pick up, because this rig is better than other rigs out there. You can check out Matbock's website. It's matbock.com, MATBOCK.com. And I appreciate them sending us this and letting us check this out, because we are into drones and tactical type stuff here on the channel. And yeah, look out for more EDC type reviews and tactical type reviews here on the channel as well. So I appreciate you for watching. Please do subscribe for more drone reviews and tactical reviews right here on the channel, guys. I'm Justin Davis. Take care, and I will see you on the next one.